This is your friendly neighborhood gamer Djinn Candor. We're here, basically, we're here doing another walkabout in where I live. Thank you very much for checking out my videos. Please do me a favor, like, subscribe, and comment down below. We're going to be talking about something that I noticed a lot. Um, how to identify toxic tendencies in either yourself or in a relationship. And yes, folks, there is a difference. Um, a lot of them either are in the relationship itself or you yourself. I'm not saying you yourself are toxic. It's just there are tendencies that people have that not many people understand that it's not exactly toxic, but it's not exactly good, either individually or in a relationship. One, let's go with the relationship one. Let's go actually go with three with them. One, if your girlfriend basically tells you that you are not good enough, or at least basically plays mind games, like it's like, what if I told you that I had a work husband? Ladies and gentlemen, that in itself is kind of toxic because it just basically tells you that you're not good enough in a very small, very minuscule way, but it's still there. The girl basically is telling you, and same thing with the boys. We're not any different because we also have work wives, and I've known people that have them. It's fine to get along with your coworkers. That's awesome. But when you bring up the concept of work wives or work husbands to your actual husband or wife, ladies and gentlemen, that is kind of toxic in a very small kind of way, depending on how it's introduced. Like, if the relationship is strong enough, then it's not much of an issue, right? But sometimes, guys, you go into a relationship and you tell your girlfriend or your husband, um, whatever, that you get along so well. Guys, the reason why people say work husbands or whatever, I get it. It's sometimes it's a game. It's a game. It's a fun little way of playing around. Ladies and gentlemen, be careful with that. Really be careful, because people do that crap. Sometimes it's to get a rise out of you. And again, that is going into the second one. I'm thinking when people do things just to get an emotional reaction out of you, ladies and gentlemen, that in itself is kind of toxic, because if they can't communicate with you, they'll basically try to get you to react or overreact and make you look like the bad guy. And guys, who wants that in a relationship where you're just minding your own business and all of a sudden your girlfriend is picking a fight just to get you to start communicating? And when I say communicating, I'm talking about fighting. It's like, how come you don't take me to this place? How come you don't take me there? How come you don't do this for me? Like, whoa, where the fuck did this come from? Where the hell did this come from? And the girl's like, or the hell, even the boy. There are boys that do this shit too. Like, basically do this to a girlfriend and basically is like, hey, how come we don't, how come we don't go on dates no more? Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes life gets you. But there's nothing wrong with asking the girl or the boy, hey, what are we doing tomorrow? Or what are we doing, when's your next day off? Maybe on your next day off, we can go out and have fun. Go on a date or something. Why would I ask for that? Well, it's called communication, guys. And when communication is meant to not help you instead of, okay, so let me put it this way. If the communication does more harm than good, then it becomes toxic, because toxic basically is referring to something harmful. And guys, we as a society have turned it into uh, a measuring stick, basically. We have turned it into a measuring stick, but let's just call it what it is. It's just harmful. Toxic is just basically a new way of saying a relationship going south. And if you don't, fix it, automatically it's just basically the situation. It's just basically the relationship running its course. Either your best friend is saying really horrible, nasty things. By the way, guys, do me a favor, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, comment down below, and tell me if you guys have any relationship or friends or family or whatever that turned into a toxic one, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you do. And I hope not, because some people have relationships that are exceedingly toxic. I used to have one a couple of times, and it was my own fault for getting involved with these people. I say that because I initiated the relationship. I wanted to see if this worked out, and it worked out for like 2-3 months, and it basically belly flopped in the worst kind of way. It's like belly flopping from a 2-story building straight onto ice. Yeah, you're gonna feel it in the morning if you do survive. And that's how I felt. Mind you, the ice was very shallow, and it broke immediately after I entered. So basically, yeah, it wasn't life-threatening or anything, but boy, did it hurt like a dickens. And that's exactly how I felt going through that whole relationship and realizing that's another one. When a relationship, and I've been hearing a lot of these videos where this girl is basically, or this guy saying, "Hey, I want our relationship to open up. I'm at a store. If you guys know where the store is, 10 points to Gryffindor, or wherever house you belong to." Anyway, so yeah, open relationships is the third one I was thinking of. The third relationship situation where it becomes exceedingly toxic. Not to mention very bad in a relationship. Well, think about it this way. How can you be in a relationship with someone that say, "Hey, I am going to go out with this person over here. You can do the same," or whatever. And I've heard these stories where these girls, ladies and gentlemen, or, anything between, basically saying, "Hey, yeah, I'm sorry, but open relationships, it's just basically you having one night stand left and right." Thank you for telling me that, Bubba Smith, because it's true. Buddha Smith. Anyway, so yeah, those kind of relationships do not work out. They do more harm than good, because they basically have an automatic pass for cheating. And guys, I do not condone cheating, and I say that because I was not only the victim, but I also participated, unfortunately. And I say that with the deepest parts of my heart, that either way, on both ends, it did not make me feel good, because someone was getting hurt either way. And when I was in that relationship, when I was in the cheating, because technically it was cheating, I will not deny that was the case, that was what was going on. Ladies and gentlemen, I was done. I had it up to here with typical relationships. I wanted to try something new, and it was the worst decision in my life. Innocent people got hurt, including myself. And I'm gonna be honest, guys. I just had enough. Innocent, mind you, the guy that we were technically cheating on, I wasn't exactly the best of friends with. Like the girl I wanted to be with, I had kind of a crush on her for a long time, and I won't deny the decision.
It's gonna be around here somewhere.
Thank you. I will. Thank you so
You're
much.
The
welcome. Have a great
decision.
day. Sorry.
It's okay. It was it was in the relationship basically ran its course not too long after we started dating. It wasn't even 3 or 4 months until I started realizing she was pulling away. She never wanted me to go near her after a certain point. Um, I mean, honestly, getting to hold her hand was a privilege, and she and this is what was going on in the relationship. She she held my hand, but only as a power play, guys. It was literally just a power play. So the whole relationship was just basically her getting her jollies, and I'm gonna be honest, guys. I had no respect for myself back then. I barely do now, but at least I did do. At least now, I have more, more of a grip on my libido than I did back then. Yes, I'm considering in relationships, but right now, I don't see it happening anytime soon because I don't know where the relationship would go because I've had so many relationships basically turn sour. That, and mind you, again, I'm gonna be honest, guys. That is just basically relationship toxicity. I haven't even talked about individual toxicity. Now, individual toxicity is very different. It basically contributes into a relationship going sour or just turning. Like it got. I've had situations where I myself started to see certain traits that I do not see good in. I'm not saying I'm the toxic person, but I do have tendencies that I feel like I need to address. And yes, folks, I am the kind of guy that likes to see himself through a different lens. And I've actually asked my friends many times, do I have bad traits? Do I really have traits that kind of make me a bit of a red flag? That way I can at least improve in the sense where it's still me, but a better me, you know? Well, my friends are like, well, for the most part, sometimes you overshare. And I said, okay, fair enough. That's a fair point. I do sometimes overshare a little bit. And I will probably admit on here, I probably overshared certain things that I shouldn't have. My friend also said, he also mentioned the fact that I get a little emotion on certain things. And I said, okay, fair enough. And he goes, it's not bad that you get emotional. You just gotta, learn not to get to that point as easy as you do, because some people take advantage of it. And I said, yeah, fair point. See, I like to hope that I'm the kind of guy that likes to improve. I hear good criticism, guys. Criticism, it's not meant to hurt you, guys. It's meant to improve you. My friends, they tell me this shit because they actually give two shits. I only have 2 or 3 friends that do that for me. And a lot of times I even ask the same questions of my family because they know me more. And I ask, is there things that I can improve on? I even asked my sister. She's 19 years old. I love her. There's my oversharing again. That's all you need to know. Anyway, so my sister I ask her, what do you think I can improve on? Well, apparently, according to her, I only when I don't like to do texting, and I said, not really. No, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't like texting too much I don't know why. I just don't. Sometimes am very cold, and I won't deny it. I am very cold when it comes to texting. I prefer calling or talking to someone on phone. That way they get to know me better through phone, because they can hear it through my voice. They can hear what kind of person I am. That's why I do these videos, because you guys are seeing a better part of me. I don't like doing voice. I don't like doing texting, because texting is so informal. It is it is kind of the equivalent of writing a letter and waiting 3 or 4 weeks. That letter, hey, I got your letter a couple of days ago. Oh, yeah. A few things uh, improved since that letter. But yeah, that's great. Yeah, it literally is. To me, that's the case. I'm just thankful these days we don't have to worry about that so much. I used to date a girl, and one of the biggest things that we used to do, is we used to actually do the snail mail thing, where we sent messages to each other. Neither one of us had a phone at the time. It was around the time where neither of us have had phones. And long story short, one of the things that I loved was the snail mail that we both got each other. And mind you, again, it took a week or two by the time we got each other's mails, because we always sent each other's mails. Trust me, it was expensive. My mom hated it because she had to pay a little extra on stamps because of that fact. But me and her, we sent each other pictures. We sent each other updates on each other's lives, things like that. Again, that was back when I was in high school, guys. Yes, folks, there was phones back when I was in high school. Problem was, I was not working at the time. I didn't have a cell phone. Yes, folks, I didn't work itself. Apparently, my mom was one of those. Your only job is to get work, is to get good grades. I barely passed, ladies and gents. And by the time I finally got my own cell phone, my own plan, I was woefully inexperienced. And guys, I'm saying this right now. I think that was one of my biggest red flags on my part for myself, because I was very inexperienced when it comes to everything, including a decent relationship. I didn't know what a good one was gonna entail. And I kind of rushed into a lot of things. One was definitely where we were gonna get married, me and the girl. Again, I rushed into a lot of these relationships because I felt like if I didn't, there was no hope for me to get. I had very low self-esteem. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I still struggle with it. Sometimes I even have depression. No, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to strut or anything, because that's not something that you should be strutting about. I'm telling you guys because, again, those tendencies tend to turn into toxic bullshit, because you turn yourself into a victim. And I see that every now and again. I try really hard not to go there, because I don't want to turn myself into a victim and then I expect everybody to take care of me. That was one of my biggest pet peeves of myself, because if I did that, I'd hurt myself, I hurt the people I loved. Innocent people got hurt in the crossfire. I'm not gonna do that. So, yeah, I told you guys a lot of the things I've done. If you guys ever seen those kind of things where in your relationship or in your own lives, well, it's not too late, guys. All you have to do is improve. Make sure that same relationship does not, turn into something toxic, something that you can actually improve, guys. All I'm saying. And thank you very much for checking out my videos, every single one of you guys. And if you haven't already, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, and comment down below. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. There's going to be more later tonight. I am even going to be doing I might even do some Borderlands. We're going to be doing some Borderlands. If you guys want to see some more Borderlands. A lot of people got into it, and I thought, why not? Borderlands, everybody loves Borderlands. And if you don't know what Borderlands is, well, you'll see in the comments. You'll see in the next video, if I don't do another walkabout heading home. Probably not, because I brought my mode of transportation, so I can't be on the phone with my mode. And frankly, I'm still recovering because I got hurt the other night, like on Saturday, and I'm barely recovering. It's going to take me at least another week just to recover completely. And again, my hand is kind of, shocked. Yeah, I'm not going to go any further than that. If you guys want to hear about that story, it's not going to be a long one, but if you guys want to hear more of it, well, tell me what you guys want to hear. I'll see you guys in the next. Be safe out there, guys. And remember, knowing and accepting is the first step to improving. All I say is, if you guys know people that can improve in their lives, and tell them, hey, you should be doing this. You should be doing this instead. Say it in a way that they can improve, guys. Don't be saying it because you're a dick and you think they have to improve just to make you feel better. Guys, it's not about you feeling better, guys. It's about them doing better in life. That's why I'm putting this TED Talk. And yes, folks, it is a TED Talk. It is a PSA, all that. That way we can have a better life in general, for you guys and gals and everything else in between. And yes, folks, I said that. I'm saying that because some of you guys out there have to be getting toxic about that shit too. It's like I say that I'm a man. Oh no, I say I'm a woman. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, do your thing, but don't try to shove it down my throat. And I apologize for you guys thinking that I'm that kind of person. I don't care if you're a man, female, whatever. I don't give two shits about that. Just don't try to tell everybody that they have to say your specific pronoun. I remember. Thank you very, very much for checking out my video. And I'm just saying, guys, on the last part on that note, I don't care if you're man, woman, child. I don't give two shits at any of that. I don't give two shits. Just don't think that it's an automatic way to tell people or to hurt innocent or basically to control them into thinking that you have the right of way just because you identify as something. Guys, if you identify as something, identify it as it. But don't fucking try to use it as a privilege, because that in itself is toxic. You're using it as a fucking measuring stick to how people should treat you. People should treat you with respect, and it ends there. If you can't respect that aspect, you can't treat other people the way you want to be treated, then shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear your voice. I'm just saying. People are gonna try to go down my throat, going, "Well, you're a sexist." No, I don't give two shits about the fact that you're a boy or girl. I don't give two shits if you're transitioning. I don't give two shits about any of that. I give two shits about the fact that you try to use it to tell people how you should be treated. Guys, respect is universal. I don't give two shits about anything else. If you try to tell me that I gotta respect you just because this is how you are, well, no, I'm not gonna respect you because of that. I respect you for how you treat other people. That's how it works. That's how it'll always work for me. If you don't like it, well, then we can't be buds. I'll see you guys in the next. Take care. Be safe.